Well, it's that time again, boys and girls, the time where we read from the Bible. Today we'll be reading from the book of Job to learn how God tests us in many ways, and also how he's always trying to prove stuff to the devil for some reason. When you hear this sound, you'll know it's time to turn the page. So everybody get comfortable, we're about to begin. Alright, back in Bible times, after Adam and Eve, but before Jesus, there was this guy Job, God's favourite little guy in the whole world. See, this guy had never done anything wrong, ever. He was also the richest, most powerful guy in the entire Eastern Hemisphere. He couldn't get enough of God, and God couldn't get enough of him. Anyway, Satan, you know Satan, glorious angel Lucifer, tried to overthrow God, cast down to hell. Well, him and God were hanging out in heaven one day, seemingly forgetting about that previously mentioned overthrowing, casting down to hell thing, where a certain conversation transpired. The Lord said to Satan, "Whence have you come?" Satan answered the Lord, "From going to and from on the earth and from walking up and down on it." And the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? That there is none like him on earth, a blameless, upright guy who fears God and turns away from evil." So Satan didn't say anything about looking for people to torment or lives he could ruin. God just threw Job out there. Satan's sure that Job only worships God because he has everything so easy, and God, in his omnipotence, is certain Job wouldn't curse him, even if the devil took it all away. He's certain because, well, he knows everything. So being a smug bastard with this particular advantage, God makes a bet with the devil and lets him mess up Job's shit with the proviso that he doesn't lay a finger on him, because apparently that would be taking things too far. Not only does Satan send a band of nomads to steal the 15,000 animals Job owns, he also takes Job's 10 kids and kills every last one of them. But he doesn't touch Job, as per God's request. Job, however, is surprisingly cool with this. Instead of shaking an angry fist towards the heavens, he instead rips the clothes from his body, shaves his head, and pretty much says, "Que sera, sera, praise be to God." So Satan and God meet up again, where their conversation goes exactly word for word as their previous encounter. God's all, "What's up?" And Satan's all, "Nothing much." And God is all, "Hey, check out Job, I love that little guy." It's as if Satan has forgotten completely about Job altogether. It was God who brought him up. So Satan explains, "Sure, he didn't curse you, didn't let me ruin his body. Just kill his family and steal everything he owns. Come on, let me give him AIDS or something." God says, "Cool, just don't kill him." So Satan gives him boils up and down his body. And we're talking biblical grade plague boils here, none of your 21st century yuppie boils. So over the next 30 pages or so, his friends come by to see how badly messed up he is, and actually start to cry because he's so unrecognisable. They won't even talk to him for a week, which is okay because Job just sits there on a pile of ash picking at his boils with a piece of broken pottery. Probably sensing how boring this particular story would be if he didn't intervene, God appears to Job in a great lightning storm, spouting such things as, "Where were you when I laid the foundation of the earth?" And "Who shut in the sea with doors when it burst forth from the womb?" Yep, that's right, God is making fun of Job for not creating the universe. For context, Job has spent his entire life worshipping this guy. Now he just went through a horrible ordeal. He has a dead family, he's bankrupt, in pain, and dealing with his shithead friends. And here comes God appearing before him in all his glory, and God is a sarcastic cuss. God pretty much gives Job strife for 3 or 4 chapters for not being omnipotent, and also for having the nerve to ask his Lord why these things were happening to him. So anyway, Job feels like shit because God made fun of him. So he says, "Yo, my bad." Then, just to prove that God isn't a total dick, he gives him back all the shit he ruined. Well, you know, except the dead kids. They got to stay dead. So the lesson? Next time you have cancer, smile and thank God for it. Otherwise he'll get all high and mighty on you. Also, it's not a good idea to worship golden statues. But that's a lesson for another time.